Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your bonus read for Monday the 1st of October. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I'm really glad to have you on board. It's just been an amazing journey. Wow, that really jumped out. Okay, Four of Swords. Some of you are taking a bit of time out at the moment to consider something by the looks of that. Thank you very much for joining my channel, subscribing to me, and if you haven't yet, then I'd love to have you on board. It's very exciting having this journey and having you with me on this journey. If my readings don't resonate with you, however, you are more than welcome to move on to the next reader. I watch a few readers on YouTube myself. They're pretty wonderful, but sometimes the news they've got to deliver isn't what I'm after, so I just find someone else and wait until something resonates with me. And I know the word resonates probably annoys some people, but what I mean is sometimes you listen to a reading and it just doesn't fit no matter what you try to do. So don't try to make it fit. Move on to someone that when they're talking, it sounds right for you. Okay, bonus read coming up here. Okay, so there's an offer coming out for you here. Someone's about to offer you their cup of love. Now, it could be a Pisces because we have a Pisces cup here. So it's about to happen. It could only be a small offer. It might be a bit tentative because this is the page, and often the page is only brand new, or you know, it could be just in its birth. So just a small date, just offering lunch, a meeting, or whatever. But it's definitely a start for something. I like that. Okay, so the first card out is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands talks about having an option here of which path to take. Now, I really like this card because it implies that you've got someone else with you for support. So it could be that although you're making this decision, somebody else wants to walk this path with you. This guy also has like this in his hand. It doesn't look like the world in this card, but in many of the tarot decks, this is actually like a globe of the world. So you're in a position at the moment where you need to make a decision. The daytime read today was all about what's cracking, was all about decision making too. So there seems to be a lot of people sitting on the fence at the moment and not sure which way to go. But I can sort of understand that. There's a little bit of energy around us that feels a bit stuck. So hopefully it won't be too far away before it starts to move a little bit. So the next card out is the Lovers. Now, this could be a choice about which path to take with a person. And I say that because you can see a person in this picture here, this Two of Wands. Someone has either asked you to, you know, move forward with them in a relationship and you're trying to make this decision. Or it could be that you have two people to decide from, because there's definitely two people in both these pictures. So for some of you, it could be that you want to move forward in a relationship, but you're not sure which person to move with. Okay, and then we have the Page of Pentacles here. Now, this could also be a decision about taking a pathway to study, because there's a strong feeling that some of you are looking at what university to go to or what course to undertake. And the Pentacles certainly has a feeling of education in this picture. If it's not about education, and they want me to mention art for some of you, so I feel like some of you are looking at perhaps an art degree. This is an offer of stability. So it also could be that you've already had this offer from a university in regards to something, and maybe an art degree, because you're considering it now. So the offer is here. If it's a relationship, then someone has put you in a position of either not understanding whether you want the relationship or not, or whether you want to pick between one or two people. So there's a wish coming true for you here. I like this card. I love his he's got like little gin blossoms on his face. So I think he's already tucked into a few of those cups. But he's looking pretty smug, isn't he? So he's got this lovely wish card here behind him, which says to me, this is what you wanted. Whatever this is, whether it's a degree, an offer of a new job, you know, a choice between two people, a choice whether to move forward on a relationship, I would say to you here that this is actually something you've been wanting. I love that card. I think it really hits home. Okay, and then we have the Three of Wands. So The Three of Wands talks also about waiting for your ships to come in. And I've no doubt that was happening before you got this Nine of Cups or before this wish came true. So I feel like there's been a lot of waiting on your part. Now that makes me feel like it could be possible. If you've applied for a degree, it could be possible that you've been waiting a long time for somebody to come back and give you an offer in regards to uni or a job. The other thing it implies here quite strongly is that perhaps someone's come back because you've been waiting for them here in this card. So you could have someone coming back from the past here to offer you something. Okay, and this may be something. Okay, strong feeling here that there's a bit of a decision to make again. And I can see the decision in the Two of Wands, but I'm feeling something here is not so easy for you to decide. I feel like whatever this is, it's come through because you've been wanting it to come to you, and you've definitely manifested this new beginning. But for me, this means that you can't make a decision straight away. So maybe you've had more than one job offer, more than one university offer, and it would definitely be uni time now anyway, wouldn't it, coming to the end of a year? Or you have to make a choice here. But I feel like this choice is really difficult for you to make. Because for some unknown reason, you're going to this hermit mode. And this is talking about soul searching. Now, it's really funny because in the day read, in the What's Cracking, I talked to you about a transformation that is required for you to move forward. And it feels much the same with this reading. It's almost like you can't move forward on this without taking time out to really look inside yourself. And this is about you deciding if this is the direction you want to go in or not. It's very serious. And then we have the Queen of Rods coming out. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. Now, the Queen of Rods would represent an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But what I like about the Queen of Wands is not only that she's got her own sunflower, which I think is pretty awesome, but she's very passionate. She's very driven. She's a very beautiful woman, you know, the sort of that strikes you when you see her. She's very confident, stands in her power. And I feel like this is you at the moment. It could be the other person, but it definitely has this energy of you. And it's like you're in this element where you are really, really confident, but now you're questioning, have I got to this point and am I really ready to change my life now for someone else? Do I have room to have someone in my life? Is this something I want because it's going to change things dramatically? So this card came up in the What's Cracking read too. So there's definitely a decision here, and this decision is about actually cutting someone out of your life. So I feel like for some of you here, and not everybody, there has to be a cutting back of something in the Hermit for you to move forward. Now, it could be that you're cutting a person out of your life. It could be that you, in making a decision, you know that you've got to cut something out. Could be that you're having to make up your mind whether to cut out which university to go to, which job to take. Now, the thing is, you're still blindfolded in this card. So it's still not an easy decision, and I feel this is what's thrown you into this hermit mode. So you're in this position where you've got all your life in order, you're feeling really great, you're feeling, you know, that singledom thing going on. You haven't had to deal with any crap for a really long time. You're glowing. Everything about you is shining, you know. We haven't got a Nine of Pentacles. We should have. You are just in your element. Now, all of a sudden, someone's come back in, or you've had an offer of something that is going to change your life quite a lot. And maybe the university you wanted to go to is in a different state. Because now what's happening is you're having to decide whether to take this or not. And it's a huge decision. It's sent you, you know, really into this spiral here in this hermit. But you know what? Your choice will be the right one. I can't tell you which way it goes here, because this is up to you, and this is where your free will comes in. You have to make a choice here, of going, staying, being, doing, whatever. Because whatever you do here, you now have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which means it's a wish come true. Everything's right for you. Whatever you choose here will bring in abundance for you. But for some unknown reason, you're not quite ready yet. You have to sit in a bit of a hermit mode to get the idea of which way you want to go. Because here the answer might be that you want to walk away from this. You're walking away from something. Now, this person in this card is walking away from an 8 of Cups to look for the 2 of Cups. So they're looking for love here. So it could be that you're moving away from one of these people to move to the other person. But it can also talk about you turning away from anything in order to have the life you want. Whichever way you go, you may be walking away from what's being offered here because you like being single. Pretty straightforward reading, folks. Thanks.